bell never really stops ringing. It just gets quieter between rounds. I've been hearing it my whole life. Some days it's a scream, some days it's a whisper, but it never goes silent. So I keep my gloves up, because the only way this ends is when I do. I've been knocked down so many times, the canvas knows my face better than my pillow does. Every time I hit the floor I taste blood and regret, and the same stupid thoughts stay down this time. No one will blame you, I blame me. So I plant one palm and the other, push up slow like I'm lifting the whole damn world and stand anyway. Not because I feel strong, because giving up would mean I agree with the voice that's been trying to kill me since day one. The fight isn't always loud, sometimes it's just getting out of bed when your chest feels like concrete. Sometimes it's saying no to the thing that numbs you when everything inside you is screaming for relief. Sometimes it's looking at the same goal you missed for years and deciding today is the day you stop missing it by 1 inch and start hitting it dead center. I'm fighting till the end, because stopping short is the only thing I'll never forgive myself for. I'm fighting till the end, because almost is the cruelest word in any fight. Up at any fight, I'm fighting till the end, because every round I stay in is one more round the doubters have to watch me win. They keep waiting for the knockout. They keep waiting for the towel to hit the mat. They keep waiting for the moment I finally say I'm done. I keep giving them the same answer with every sunrise. Not yet, not today, fucking never. I don't fight, because I wanna win. I fight, because losing to myself is worse than any punch life could ever throw.
I've had nights where the only thing left was the will to open my eyes again. I've had mornings where the only thing left was the decision to move on one forward. I've had moments where I was so tired I could have slept forever, and part of me wanted to. Then the other part stood up and said, not on my watch. That part is still here, still swinging, still refusing to let the story end on a loss. When the final bell rings and the lights start to dim, I won't be looking back at what I lost. I'll be looking forward at what I took. Every round I fought, every time I got up, every second I refused to stay down. Will be standing right there with me, I won't die. With regrets in my pockets, I'll die. With calluses on my fists and a smile that says I gave it everything and then some. I'm fighting till the end, because the alternative is letting the fight end me. I'm fighting till the end, because every breath is a round and every round is a chance to prove I belong. Yeah, I'm fighting till the end, because the only thing stronger than pain is the refusal to let pain have the last word. So if you're reading this and you're tired, beat up, bruised out and bleeding good, that means you're still in the fight. That means the bell is still ringing inside your chest. Don't wait for the knockout, don't wait for the towel, don't wait for commission. Get your gloves up, get your chin down, get your eyes forward, because the fight isn't over until you say it. And I'm saying I'm fighting till the end, not today, not ever. Keep fighting till the end, till the very last second of the very last round. That's how legends are written, that's how you win. Now go, that's how you win. The bell's ringing, answer it with everything. Yeah, you got left, you got left, you got left. Yeah, you got left.
Listen, right now, I'm talking straight to you. Not some motivational poster version, not the highlight reel. You, the one who's tired, doubting, still here anyway. I see you, and I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Right now, let me
prove it. You've already survived every single worst day you've ever had. Every time you thought I can't take another hit, you took it and kept breathing. Every time you thought I'm done, you weren't, you're still here. That's not luck, that's proof you're built different. You're not fragile, you're forged. You wake up and the first thing you feel is this is good. Resistance means there's still something worth pushing against. You're not numb, you're alive enough to feel the drag. That drag is the signal that your soul is still fighting to get to the surface. Don't drown it with another scroll, don't bury it with another excuse. Grab it, pull it up, let it breathe.
I believe in you, because you're still here after everything tried to erase you. I believe in you because you've fallen, and every single time you got back up. Even when no one saw, even when it hurt like hell, even when you had zero reason to believe it would get better. I believe in you because that version of you is still inside, still hungry, still ready to
You don't need a perfect morning, you need a present one. You don't need a perfect body, you need a moving one. You don't need a perfect plan, you need the next right action. One push-up, one honest sentence, one cold shower, one walk, one refusal to let another hour slip away without claiming. The people who inspire you didn't start with confidence, they started with courage and zero guarantees. They didn't wait to feel ready, they acted when they felt scared, tired, doubtful, lost. They kept acting until the feeling caught up and turned into power. You know different, you're just some story. Your soul isn't broken, it's impatient, it's angry that you've been settling for crumbs when it knows you were made for the whole feast. It's tired of watching you play small when it remembers how big you used to dream. So listen to it, let it yell, let it rage, let it push you out of the bed, out of the chair, out of the comfort zone you've been hiding in.
And I believe in you, because you've already proven you can survive the worst days life has thrown. I believe in you because you're still here when easier paths were wide open. I believe in you because deep down you believe in you too.
And if you're scared to admit it right now, so get up. Move your body, do the thing you've been avoiding. Do it ugly, do it scared, do it tired, do it anyway. Because today is the day you stop waiting for permission to become who you already know you are. I believe in you. Now prove me right, one move right now, go. The world isn't ready for what happens when you finally believe it too.
I believe in you.
Pleasure knocks every day. Easy. Instant. Loud. Purpose knocks once. Quiet. Slow. Permanent. I stopped answering the easy door. I started opening the hard one. Purpose over pleasure. Every single time.
Pleasure is a text at 2 a.m. that feels like connection, but leaves you empty. Your purpose is silence at 5 a.m. when you lace up and run anyway, because no one is watching, and that's exactly why you run. Pleasure is a scroll that numbs the ache. Purpose is the ache that reminds you you're still capable of feeling something worth feeling. Pleasure is the extra hour in bed when your body said just 5 more minutes. Purpose is the 5 minutes you use to get vertical and prove you can override your own biology. Pleasure is the snack that tastes good for 10 seconds. It costs you 10 days. Purpose is the meal that tastes like nothing but fuels the machine for 10 years.
Purpose over pleasure, because pleasure fades and purpose builds. Purpose over pleasure, because pleasure bubbles and purpose pays back. Purpose over pleasure, because one feels good for a moment and the other feels right for a lifetime. Purpose over pleasure, because I'm done trading decades for seconds
And calling it living.
Pleasure is the group that laughs loudest when you're loudest, but goes quiet when you need real talk. Purpose is the solitude that forces you to face the parts of you you've been avoiding. Pleasure is the night that ends in fog. Purpose is the morning that starts with clarity, cause you didn't trade your clarity for fog. Pleasure is the dopamine hit that keeps you chasing the next hit until you're chasing nothing at all. Purpose is the delayed reward that keeps you building even when the reward is years away, because you trust the compound more than the instant. Pleasure is the crowd that cheers when you perform. Purpose is the empty room where you perform anyway, cause the performance is for you, not for them.
One day the pleasure chasers will look up and wonder how you got so far ahead. They'll ask, how did you do it? I'll say, I chose purpose when they chose pleasure. I chose the long road when they chose the shortcut. I chose the hard yes when they chose the easy. No, I chose to build when they chose to consume. I chose to become when they chose to stay. And I'll keep choosing, because the man who chooses purpose over pleasure doesn't just live longer, he lives deeper. Deeper, 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 deeper.
Purpose over pleasure, because pleasure is along with brutal interest. Purpose over pleasure, because pleasure is a guest that overstays its welcome. Purpose over pleasure, because pleasure is a distraction and purpose is the destination. Purpose over pleasure, because I'm done trading my future for a temporary high and calling it freedom, 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 freedom.
So when pleasure knocks today with its easy smile and its soft promises, and it's just this once, look it in the eye and say, not today, not anymore. Then turn and open the door to the hard thing, the boring thing, the lonely thing, the thing that actually matters. Because the life you want isn't on the pleasure side of the fort, it's on the purpose side. And the purpose side is harder, longer, longer. But it's real. It's yours.
This fight isn't in the streets. It's in the quiet between your ears, no audience, no referee, no mercy. Just you versus the part of you that wants to stay asleep forever. The spiritual battle isn't loud, it's silent, it's constant, and it's the only war that actually matters.
Every morning the enemy wakes up inside your own skull. It wears your voice, it knows every weakness. It says you're tired, you're not enough. You already tried that, it says rest today, tomorrow's fine. Tomorrow's never fine for the man who listens to that voice. So I answer back with the only weapon that works. Action, not loud action, quiet action. The kind no one sees, but the soul feels like thunder. The spiritual battle is choosing gratitude. When every self feels resentment, it's choosing discipline. When every nerve screams for comfort, it's choosing forgiveness. When revenge feels like justice, it's choosing presence. When the mind wants to run to yesterday or tomorrow or anywhere except right here, right now, it's choosing love when fear is screaming louder. It's choosing truth when the lie feels safer. It's choosing to stay awake when sleep feels like salvation. This is the spiritual battle where no one sees the blood. This is the spiritual battle where the only opponent is the man. This is the spiritual battle where victory is a loud applause. It's quiet peace at the end of the day when you can look yourself in the eye and say, I didn't betray myself today. This is the spiritual battle and I'm still fighting, because surrender would mean letting the light go out in the only place it ever truly leaves inside me. The enemy doesn't need weapons, it needs time. Time to wear you down, time to make you doubt the small wins. Time to make you believe the big dreams are delusions. Time to make you forget who you were before the world taught you to play small. So I don't give it time, I take time back. I fill it with deliberate choices, with deliberate silence, with deliberate movement, with deliberate love. For the man who's still trying, even when trying feels futile. I pray, not for the storm to stop. I pray for the strength to stand in the storm and not curse the rain. I meditate not to escape the pain. I meditate to meet the pain with open arms and say I see you. You're welcome here, but you don't get to decide how I respond. I fast not to punish the body. I fast to remind the body who's in charge. I serve not to earn points. I serve because giving is the only way to remember I'm still alive. One day the battle will feel lighter, not because the enemy got weaker, because I got stronger. One day the whispers will sound like background noise instead of commands. One day the dark corners will feel less dark, because I've spent so many mornings dragging the light into them. One day I'll look back and see not a war, but a becoming, not a struggle, but a refining, not a defeat, but a victory that happened quiet, slowly, relentlessly, while no one was watching.
This is the spiritual battle, and I'm still fighting.
This is the spiritual battle, and I'm still fighting. This is the spiritual battle, and I'm still fighting. This is the spiritual battle, where the only opponent is the man you used to be. This is the spiritual battle, where victory isn't loud applause. It's quiet peace at the end of the day when you can look yourself in the eye and say I didn't betray myself. This is the spiritual battle, I'm still here, not because I'm strong, but because I'm willing to keep choosing the hard thing until the hard thing becomes who I am. So if today the enemy is loud, if today the light feels far, if today the battle feels unfair, good, that means you're exactly where the real work happens. Spiritual battle. This is spiritual battle. When no one sees the blood. This is spiritual battle.
strength isn't loud. It isn't gym selfies or motivational quotes. It's quiet, ugly, lonely. The kind very few people ever taste, because very few people ever have to swallow what I swallowed. Family turned their backs, rage from my father's blood, sadness from my mother's bones, and me? Stuck in a bed for years with nothing but a wireless mouse, watching a TV screen all day, and a body that forgot how to move. They left one by one, not with a fight, not with words, just silence that cut deeper than any argument. Doors closed, calls unanswered, holidays when my chair stayed empty. I didn't cry in front of them, I cried alone in the same bed where I spent years, watching my legs atrophy while the world kept spinning without me. The rage came from him, sudden explosive. The sadness came from her, slow, heavy, endless. Both lived in me like two tannins who hated each other and hated me most of all. I inherited the war and had to live in the battlefield of my own skin. Muscle wasted away, joints forgot how to bend. I became a ghost in a body that used to belong to me. This strength, very few understand, because very few ever had to earn it. The way I did when the people who were supposed to hold you let you fall instead. When your own blood chooses distance over you, when your body betrays you, when your mind tries to finish the job. You either break, or you become something. Can't comprehend, can't comprehend, can't comprehend. I became something. I can't comprehend, can't comprehend. I became something they can't comprehend. The first time I stood up, after years horizontal, my legs shook like they were made of paper. I held the wall and cried because I thought I'd never walk again. But I took one step, then another. Every step hurt like betrayal all over again. Every rep felt like revenge against the bed, against the version of me that almost stayed there forever. I didn't do it for them, I did it because I refused to let their rejection be the last word on my story. I did it because the rage that once burned me down now burns me forward. I did it because the sadness that once drowned me now reminds me how good it feels to breathe without drowning. Now when people see me move, they see discipline, they see dedication, they don't see the years I spent learning how to stand while the people who should've taught me were already gone. They don't see the nights I screamed in the pillow so no one would hear the war inside. They don't see that this strength wasn't a gift, it was forged in abandonment and atrophy and rage and grief, in the refusal to let any of it be the end. Be the end. This strength, very few understand, because very few ever had to be this strong just to survive their own beginning. This strength wasn't chosen, it was forced, and once it was forced, I decided to own it completely, to wield it without apology, to live with it like a blade that never dull. To live with it like a blade that never dull. Never dull, never dull, never dull, never dull. If you ever find yourself in a bed that feels like a grave, with a family that feels like strangers, and with a mind that feels like an enemy, remember this: you don't have to be grateful for the pain, you just have to use it. Turn the rage into fuel, turn the sadness into depth, turn the abandonment into independence, turn almost dead into dangerously alive. You weren't given strength, you were forced to become it, so become it. Fully, unapologetically, because the people who left will one day look back and realize they didn't just lose you, they lost the strongest thing they ever could have had in you. You're just getting started, keep going. The hardest part is already behind you. The strongest part is what's coming next.
Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The moment is this one. Right here. Right now. Your soul knows it. Your body knows it. Let's stop talking. Let's move. You're alone when I'm 47 letters ago. They're still lying there. Score to do what the people's wears while your own life sits. Some touch that ache in your chest. It's not silence, it's hunger. It's a part of you that remembers what you're capable of when you stop hiding behind later. Later is a liar, later is death. Disguise is tomorrow. Yeah, your shoes are by the door. Your water bottle is empty.
Your gym bag is clicking dust, your notebook has blank pages. It had been blank for months, every single one of those things is waiting for you to decide that today is not another day of the same old story. The story ends when you start writing something different with your feet in your hand, your breath. Take action now, or stay exactly where you are. Take action now, or watch your potential turn into regret. Take action now, cause no one is coming to save your dreams except you. No motivation speech, no viral video, no perfect playlist, just you right now deciding to move before the feeling passes and you hate yourself again tomorrow. Your soul is screaming for you to remember who you said you become. That version isn't waiting, it's some distant future. That version is waiting. In the next 5 minutes, if you get up, then do the thing you've been avoiding. One push up, one page, one honest conversation, one cold shower, one word, one refusal to let a day slip through your fingers. Like said, people who inspire you didn't wait for inspiration. They acted when they filmed up, that they kept the weight of their own excuses. They move when move, I felt pointless. They showed up when showing up felt stupid. They kept going, we go, it felt like punishment. That's why they went, that's why their names echo. That's why you're reading this, feeling something stir inside. Take action now, you don't need more time, you need more decision. Take action now, you don't need more energy, you need more refusal. Take action now, just stay comfortable in mediocrity. You don't need a sign, the sign is this moment on your heart is pounding, because it knows you're one choice away from changing everything. One choice, right now, make it. Take action now, because waiting is the real killer. Take action now, because your future self is begging you not to let him in. Reading another year of excuses. Take action now, because the life you want doesn't start when you feel ready. It starts when you act unready, uncomfortable, unapologetic, unstoppable. Stand up, move your body, do the thing, do it early, do it tired, do it scared, do it anyway. Because the soul doesn't want perfection, the soul wants proof that you're still willing to fight for what you said you wanted. You said you wanted. Prove it right now. No more waiting, no more remorse, no. Now go, move, rise, take what's yours. The clock is ticking in your soul. Catch up, let's go, now, now. Stop waiting for you to catch up, let's go, now.
Truth doesn't knock politely, it kicks the door in and stands there staring until you stop looking away. I stopped looking away, now I speak it, cause silence is just another lie with better lighting. I used to soften the edges so people wouldn't flinch, rapped hard facts and cutting so they go down easier. Watch them not smile and keep doing the same dumb shit, because the truth never actually touched them. I was helping them stay asleep, I was helping myself stay light. Both were cowardice, so I stopped. Now when the question comes, I give the answer raw and let it land wherever it lands. Truth doesn't care if you feel better after hearing it. It only cares if it's accurate. I don't say things to make you comfortable, I say them cause they're real. If my words sting, that's not cruelty, that's gravity. If my honesty makes you angry, that's not me attacking you, that's your illusion bleeding. I don't apologize for refusing, so help you. I speak truth because lies taste like weakness, and I refuse to swallow weakness. I speak truth because no reaction, no anger, no silence, no tears, no applause can touch a man who's already decided his worth isn't up for vote. No bending, no softening, no apology for being real. They say you don't have to be so blunt. I say you don't have to keep lying to yourself. They say it's not that serious. I say then why are you still stuck there? They say you'll lose people. I say I already lost the version of me that needed everyone to like him. Truth costs relationships, sometimes it costs comfort always, but it never costs self-respect. That's the only currency I refuse to spend. I don't speak truth to win arguments, I speak it to end the ones happening inside my own head. When I say what is instead of what feels safe, the noise quiets, the mask drops, the performance ends. What's left is lighter than any lie I ever carried. Truth isn't punishment, it's relief with seats. So if you ask me how I really feel, and I tell you it's not pretty, don't be surprised if you ask me what I think and I tell you it's not kind. Don't be shocked if you ask me the truth and it hurts. Don't blame the messenger, blame the years you spent running from the only thing that could have set you free.
I speak truth because lies taste like weakness, and I refuse to swallow weakness. I speak truth because I'm done paying rent to fear. I speak truth because I'm done paying rent to fear. I speak truth because pretending is more painful than any reaction ever could be. I speak truth, there's no one, because no one can weaponize honesty against a man who refuses to hide from it.
Truth isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just the absence of bullshit. Sometimes it's one sentence spoken when everyone else is still nodding along to the comfortable lie. I choose the sentence every time because I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. If that costs me something, good. It means I finally stopped buying the cheap version of acceptance. Truth is expensive, but freedom is worth every cent. Speak yours, or keep paying someone else's price. Your move. The question hits like a brick at 2 a.m.
What can I do?
Now what should I do? Now what do I want? Just what can I actually do? Right now, with this body, this mind, this moment, this tiny, pathetic amount of energy left. Here's the answer. You can stand up, that's it. No grand plan, no motivation, no montage. Just plant your feet, push against the floor and rise. You can open the window and let cold air slap your face awake. You can drink water instead of scrolling for another hour. You can put your phone face down in another room and sit in the silence. You've been running from small, stupid, small, but real. You can do one push-up, not 20, not 10, one. The kind that hurts your ego because it's so weak. Then you can do another because the first one didn't kill you. You can walk around the block even if it's raining and your shoes suck and your legs complain. You can write one honest sentence about how you really feel instead of another fake I'm good text. You can say no to the thing that drains you, even if your voice shakes when you say it.
What can I do? I can stop. I can refuse to let later become my religion. What can I do? I can choose the smallest action that proves I'm still in the fight. What can I do?
You could delete one app that's eating your attention. You can unfollow one account that makes you feel small. You can send one message you've been avoiding for months. You stretch for 60 seconds and feel your body say thank you. You can look at the mess you've been ignoring and clean 1 square meter, one. Just one, because momentum doesn't start with perfection. It starts with one stupid, stubborn move. You can forgive yourself for yesterday without letting yesterday off the hook. You can admit I'm lost without letting loss become permanent. You can cry if the tears are there and then wash your face and keep moving. You can breathe deeper than you have all day. You remember your lungs still work. You can look in the mirror and say, I'm still here, and mean it.
What can I do? I can stop asking for permission to exist louder. I can stop waiting for someone to tell me it's okay to start small. I can stop pretending the small things don't count. They count more than the big ones because they're the only ones happening right now.
So today when the question comes again,
What can I do?
answer it before it finishes asking. Do the smallest thing that scares the version of you who wants to stay numb. Do it ugly, do it tired, do it scared, do it anyway. Because every time you do, you prove that almost nothing is still something. And something is enough to start the avalanche that buries the old you
Forever.
What can I do? I can move, I can choose, I can refuse to stay where I landed.
What can I do?
I can begin right where I stand with whatever I have and let the rest catch up later.
Because I did.
The question isn't
What can I do?
anymore. The question is, how far will I go with what I can do right now? Answer it with action, not words, not tomorrow, now. You got one thing, one move, one choice. Make it.
What can you do?
You can start. So start.
What can I do?
You can start, so start. You're sitting there, right now, hearing this, feeling that little tug inside that says, maybe tomorrow. So ask yourself the only question that ever really matters.
What's the alternative?
What's the alternative to getting up when your body begs to stay down? Another day of scrolling past people who used to be just like you until they decided they were done being just like you. What's the alternative to lacing up those old shoes and stepping out into the cold? Another night where you promise yourself tomorrow will be different, and tomorrow laughs in your face because it already knows
You're lying again.
What's the alternative to stretching that tight hip that's been screaming for months? A future where you can't even bend down to pick up your kid without wincing. What's the alternative to grinding when the gym is empty and the playlist is on repeat? A body that forgets what strength feels like, a mind that forgets what winning feels like, a life that slowly shrinks to fit the couch. What's the alternative to wanting more, settling for less and pretending it's enough? What's the alternative to moving your body like it still matters, letting it rust until you need help to stand up? What's the alternative to grinding today so tomorrow feels lighter, grinding tomorrow because today you chose comfort, and comfort is the slowest poison there is.
What's the alternative? What's the alternative?
What's the alternative? Clean and clean when junk is cheaper and faster. A mirror that keeps lying to you until one day it stops lying and starts telling the brutal truth. What's the alternative to reading one more page, learning one more skill, sending one more message, staying exactly where you are while the people you envy keep moving further out of reach? What's the alternative to doing the thing you've been avoiding all week, carrying that avoidance like a backpack that gets heavier every day until you can't stand straight? What's the alternative to showing up when nobody's watching, showing up only when somebody's watching, and wondering why nobody's impressed anymore? So ask it again, louder this time. What's the alternative to stretching right now until the tightness cracks, to moving your body until it remembers it's still capable of power, to grinding when everything screams stop? The alternative's regret quiet at first, then loud, then deafening, then permanent. What's the alternative to wanting more, settling for less and pretending it's enough? What's the alternative to moving your body like it still matters, letting it rust until you need help to stand up? The alternative to grinding today so tomorrow feels lighter, grinding tomorrow because today you chose comfort, and comfort is the slowest poison there is. It's the alternative to wanting more for yourself, accepting less and calling it maturity. What's the alternative to fighting for the life you actually want, settling for the life that happened to you while you were busy being reasonable? What's the alternative to going all in today, going halfway, forever? There is no alternative. There is only this moment and the choice to treat it like it's the only one that counts. So stand up, stretch, move, grind, want more, take more, be more. Because the alternative is already happening to people who used to be just like you. And you are no longer one of them, get after it right now. No excuses, no tomorrow, just you. Versus the alternative, choose, then move. Versus the alternative, choose, then move.
I've been down here before, facing the dirt, chest heaving, world spinning, everything screaming stay. I didn't stay, I rose again and again, and then I'm still rising. Yeah. The fall isn't the story is what happens after the fall. When your arms shake and your lungs burn and every cell is begging for rest you can't afford. I've hit concrete so hard I tasted metal and still pushed off the ground, because the alternative was letting the last hit be the final one. I didn't rise because I felt ready, I rose because falling forever wasn't an option. I was willing to accept every time life knocked me flat. It thought it had me. Every time I got back up, it had to recalculate. I've risen with cracked ribs, with swollen eyes, with a heart that felt like it was leaking. I've risen on days when the only thing left was spite and the stubborn refusal to let yesterday's version write tomorrow's ending. Rising isn't pretty, rising isn't graceful. Rising is ugly, messy, desperate, and beautiful, because it's honest. I rise again, because staying down would mean I agreed with every voice that ever said I wasn't worth it. I rise again because one more time is the only prayer I've ever really believed in. I rise again, because the ground doesn't get to decide when my story ends. I do. Yeah, I've risen after nights I thought would be my last. I've risen after losses that carved holes no one else could see. I've risen after people walked away and left the silence to finish the job. Each rise wasn't a victory lap, it was a middle finger to everything that tried to make permanent what was only temporary. The scars don't fade, they spread, they map. Every time I chose to keep breathing when stopping felt easier, they remind me the strength isn't the absence of breaking, it's the refusal to stay broken. I wear them like medals, earning wars no one else had to fight. One day the falls will stop hurting, because the rises will have taught me how to land softer, stand quicker, move smarter. But until that day I keep getting knocked down and keep getting up, because every rise is one more proof that I'm still here and still hungry and still unwilling to let the story end.
I rise again, because staying down would mean I agreed with every voice that ever said I wasn't worth it.
I rise again because one more time is the only prayer I've ever really believed in.
I rise again, because the ground doesn't get to decide when my story ends. I do.
I rise again because the ground never loved me the way I love what's waiting. On the other side, I rise again.
I rise again,
Because every fall is just training for the next rise. I rise again because the only thing stronger than gravity is the decision to defy it one more time. If you're down right now, facing the dirt, chest burning, everything telling you this is it. Listen, that's not the end, that's not the end. That's a setup for the rise that changes everything. Plant one palm, then the other push stand. Look at whatever knocked you down and say thanks for the reminder. Now watch me rise again. You don't have to rise perfect, you just have to rise again and again, until rising becomes who you are. Now get up, the round isn't over, and neither are you. Rise again, always, always.
The world throws chaos. I remain. It offers pleasure, I decline. It demands fear, I refuse. Stoic is not cold, stoic is fire that burns inward, steady, unseen by fools who mistake silence for surrender. Control what is mine, my judgment, my effort, my next breath. Everything else is borrowed time, borrowed air, borrowed people. I do not own the storm, I do not own the rain. I own only how I meet it head up, chest open, no flinch when the arrow comes. I do not dodge fate, I accept the wound and keep marching. Pleasure arrives, I enjoy it without becoming enslaved. Pain arrives, I feel it without becoming its prisoner. Neither is my master, both a guest. I offer them tea, listen to the stories, then show them the door when the visit is done. The wise man does not chase highs nor flee lows. He walks the middle path with steady feet and an unhurried heart.
I do not fear death, I fear living as if I will never die, die, die. I do not fear loss, I fear clinging to what was never mine, mine, mine.
I do not fear pain, I fear wasting it on complaints. Instead of wisdom, stoic fire burns clean. No smoke, no waste, only heat that tempers the blade of my own character until nothing can dull it. When others panic, I breathe. When others rage, I observe. When others chase, I pause. I am not cold, I am deliberate. I am not distant, I am present without being possessed. A fool reacts, a wise man responds. The warrior responds with the calm of a man who has already accepted his own end and therefore fears nothing in between. I wake each morning and practice the meditation of evils. What could go wrong today? Everything good now, but I'm ready for whatever arrives. I greet misfortune like an old teacher who arrives unannounced. What always brings the exact lesson I need. I do not curse the teacher, I thank him and get the assignment. When my time comes, I will not beg. For one more day, I will not board it. For one more breath, I will look back and see your life lived deliberately, not perfectly, but honestly. I will see a man who controlled what he could and released what he couldn't. I will see a soul that burned clean and left no unfinished business with fate.
I am not afraid of the end, I'm afraid of never having truly begun, begun, begun. I am not afraid of loss, I'm afraid of never having truly possessed, possessed, possessed. What was mine to give, I am not afraid of pain. I am afraid of never having truly felt the full measure of being alive.
Stoic fire does not flicker,
Stoic fire
does not beg.
Stoic fire
Simply burns until there's nothing left to burn.
burn,
Accept the truth of who I became.
burn, burn.
So today when the world tests me again, when the mind whispers retreat, when the body begs for ease, I will answer with the same quiet
what you will. I will meet it with virtue, with reason, with calm. And when the test is done, I will be a little more of what I was born to become, to become. To become, to become.
Pain shows up every morning like an old friend. Doesn't knock, just walks in. Sits heavy on my chest. I look it in the eye, say welcome back, because I know the secret. The pain never ends, but I wake up sore before the alarm even thinks about it. Joints creak like old doors, muscles still pissed from yesterday. I swing my legs out anyway, feet hit the floor, cold, unforgiving. No warm up, no pep talk, just movement, cause a stopping will be worse. I load the bar, grip it tight, first rep feels like betrayal, last rep feels like victory. The burn is constant, I live in it. I am the one who make pain pay rent. World keep throwing curveballs, deadlines, arguments, bodies that break down, bills stack like enemies. Sleep gets stolen. I don't flinch, I lean into the pressure, let it forge me harder. Every ache is data, every setback is intel. I collect it all, turn the hurt into horsepower. No days off from the grind, no vacations from the fight. The pain never ends, so my resolve never sleeps. The pain never ends, but neither do I. You try to break me, I break it first. The pain never ends, but look at me still here, standing taller, burning brighter. The pain never ends, and I'm still winning. People ask how I keep going. They see the scars, the limp, the tired eyes. I tell them straight, I don't keep going, I keep attacking. Pain is the tax on being alive, on wanting more, on refusing average. I pay it gladly, every drop of sweat, every pull muscle, every night I can't sleep because my mind is racing. It's all currency, I spend it on becoming unbreakable. The pain never ends, it's changing shape, and I adapt faster than it can. Some mornings the weight feels impossible, body begs for mercy, mind whispers just one day off. I laugh inside, mercy is for the weak, off days, and for the dead I lace up tighter, push harder, turn the impossible into already done, because the alternative is surrender, and surrender isn't in my vocabulary. I own the pain, I direct it, I use it like a weapon against itself. Years from now when the body slows, when the mirror shows more gray than fire, the pain will still be there, deeper, quieter, wiser, but so will I. Still rising, still pushing, still refusing to let it win, because the pain never ends. It just becomes part of the story of a man who never quit, who turned every wound into wisdom, every ache into armor. I am that man in the pain, it's just background noise now. I tune it out and keep moving. The pain never ends, the pain never ends, but neither do I, but neither do I. They try to break me, they try to break me. I break it first, I break it first, I break it first. Yeah. Huh. The pain never ends, pain never ends, but neither do I, but neither do I. It tries to break me, it tries to break me. I break it first, I break it first. The pain never ends, but look at me still here, standing taller, burning brighter. The pain never ends, and I'm still fucking winning. Done. Look it dead in the eye, smile, say, welcome back. Cause the pain never ends, but we never end either. We just get better at the game, we just get meaner, we just get stronger. Good, bring it, I'm ready, always ready. 10 battles, 10 fires, 10 times the world tried to bury you, and you rose anyway. This isn't a recap, this is the chain they forged from every no, every almost, every not yet. Link by link, scar by scar, rage by rage, you built it, now wear it. I was almost dead inside, staring at the same ceiling cracks for years that felt like centuries. No results, no applause, just the same alarm, the same push-up that still shook, the same run that still hurt. I asked, what can I do? And the answer was brutal. One more, always one more. When the body begged for mercy, I reminded it mercy is for the dead, so I kept moving through the same grind until the same became sacred. They offer comfort like a gift, I spat it back. What's the alternative? A softer life, a quieter death? No, I chose rage, not because I hated the world, but because I loved the man I could still become. If I refused to stay broken, pain showed up uninvited. I let it sit at my table, fed in my weakness, they kicked it out stronger. The when it arrived, every scar became a signature on the contract that said you can't break me. You can only make me sharper. I fight through hell, through silence, through years with no result. Fight because the alternative is becoming the man who once believed he couldn't. I fight because almost is the cruelest word in any language, and I refuse to let it finish my sentence. I fight because somewhere inside the kid who dreamed big is still watching, and I'm not about to let him down by going soft now. I was born with rage, not to destroy the world, but to destroy the version of me that accepted less. I grip my own Excalibur. Not magic, just stubbornness sharpened on a stone of repetition. When the cage felt tight, I grew until the bar snapped. When the limit line appeared, I stepped over it and kept walking until the line became a memory. And the horizon had to catch up. No results for years taught me the loudest victories are silent at first, always the same until the mirror finally flinches through hell. I learned pain is an enemy, it's the invitation to become something pain can't touch. What can I do? I can refuse to stay where I landed. I can choose the hard thing when the easy thing is screaming my name. I can go harder when harder is the only direction left. I was almost dead, so now I live like death owes me interest. I fight because quitting would mean I lied to every version of me that ever believed I could be more. I fight because can't break me isn't a boast, it's a fact carved in the bone of every morning. I chose to rise when everything said stay down. Fight because the chain I built from every refusal is now unbreakable. Then it pulls me further beyond than any limit ever dared to dream. So here it is, the chain, forged in silence, tempered in pain, strengthened in rage, worn by you. Every link is a day you didn't quit. Every link is a no to the easy path. Every link is proof that the greatest was never given. It was taken one stubborn, relentless, beautiful morning at a time. Now look at your hands, feel the weight. That's not exhaustion, that's power. That's the chain you built when no one was watching. Wear it proud. It's yours, it's unbreakable. When it's still growing, the fight isn't over. It's just getting interesting. Rise again. Always, you're not almost anything anymore. You're here, you're alive, you're dangerous in the world. Better get ready for what comes next. I can choose